Hey guys, John with Tiny Trucking here, and I am sick. Home, getting over a cold, kind of last day off of work, so I want to get out and run a truck. And I've got one that I've been doing some work on. The belly dragger just got new drive shafts up front in the front axle and new SSD knuckles. So we're going to get out and do some testing today at one of my favorite spots, the Badlands. It's about a half-hour drive from home, and I'm just about there. Here we go. So this is one of the first obstacles you pull up to when you park. It's a pretty good size elevation, maybe 40 feet, with some easy lines and some hard lines as an option. So it's a nice place to test the truck out from where it's been, because I've been running this truck here for the past, say, year or so. The last thing I did was add some 1.9 stainless steel weights to the front two wheels. I had it on all four, but it was just counterproductive having that much weight in the rear when the truck was, say, around 5 pounds. So I took them off the rear and just left the front, and I hadn't added any other weight to the front. So I was told the SSD Heavies are 70 grams a piece, and they're a great option. They don't limit anything, so I grabbed a pair of those, and also had a set of the Incision Era 44 Pro drive shafts dropped in there. The stock Boom Racing ones had apparently been running on half of a pin in the CVD for God knows how long, so got those out, got these in, a little more travel, solid, sturdy, no problems so far. This truck is really great at standing up almost vertical and being able to wiggle itself left or right. The firm foams I got in the rear let those rear tires rotate instead of grip up when you really need them to. It's pretty consistent unless I'm standing too far vertical like I just was, and it rotates the truck back. Most of the time they rotate, and that overdrive in the front end can just grab and pull it on. Keep it on the rock, keep traction, pull it right over things. I had a lot of fun side hilling this truck today. That front end stays put as long as the rear tires are kind of underneath the triangle of the center point of the truck. It just stays planted. Nice and easy. I'm just letting the tires do the work, trying to steer it in a spot where the low point of the chassis, the belly, won't drag up on things. That spot right behind the front tires is the lowest point of the whole truck, so if that gets over it, odds are the rest of the truck's going to pull right through. But now with all that weight up front, I get a whole lot better traction, and it's just been pulling right through. Let's get up here in front of it. That was not too hard of a climb. We're about halfway up. Which way to go? Which way to go? Looks like a fun little V-notch. Let's mess around in here for a minute. See if we can get in and get back out of it. Not like there was really a great place to come into this, but this is a tricky one to even angle over into. Seems like every foot it either goes left or goes right. Alright. Oh, almost on. And there we go. Oh man. Now I did notice little moments like that where I turn the steering, it doesn't have enough weight in the rear end to hold it down, and you'll end up moving the whole truck when you turn the steering little bits either way. I noticed that a couple different times today, so I might try pulling those stainless steel weights out of the front wheels, because that's the only added weight aside from the knuckles that's left. Looks like I'm in a decent position finally in this little notch. I should have never messed around in here.
It's a very steep notch, but it's got a lot of left and right curves to it that really prove interesting. Stay inside of.
And we were able to make an exit. Thank goodness. Get me out of there. Crossover's the last thing between us and the top. Here we go. This truck just handles buttery smooth. It's got 90mm droop setup, desert lizards in the front, and 100mm in the rear with Traxxas balls on the rod ends in the rear. Helps them flex. Ooh, what a nice view up here for the jab. Alright guys, that's about it for today. If you enjoyed it, please hit like. If you want to see more, subscribe in. And if you want to share it with your buddies, I'd sure appreciate it. Thanks everybody. Have a good night.